Alright, episode 7 of season 4 of Game of Thrones has aired. It's called Mockingbird for good reason. I'm a broken record at this point, but this episode was just so fantastic all the way through. I mean, there's so much that goes on in this episode that it brings you up to date on certain characters and it sets up for what's going to seem like an epic last 3 episodes of this season. I want to start with the less interesting things. I mean, up at the wall, that guy's still being a dick to Jon Snow, which I don't know why. Like, he's like, yeah, we're doing stuff, hey Jon Snow, still fuck you, even though you just killed everyone at Craster's Keep. It's like, this guy really does not get what's going on, and I hope he dies. I hope he dies when the wildlings come. Because you know what? He deserves to die at this point for being a dumbass. And we get to know that Melisandre needs Stannis' kid to go with them wherever they're going, and that Daenerys and Daria are back to where they were at the end of last season. One thing to note was I felt bad for Jorah when Daria was walking out of Daenerys' room. It's just like, oh, he can't catch a break, and he's just kind of stuck being the friend. But it's good that someone's finally getting through to Daenerys that she can't just go around killing every single person she doesn't like because of what they do. She has to show benevolence and be a ruler that's not just a murderer. It's good that Jorah was actually finally able to get through to her, and now I guess we'll see a good action sequence before the end of the season where Daario and the Second Sons go back to Yunkai. But let's get into like the best parts of this episode now. One thing I want to talk about is the Hound and Arya. First of all, they are still just fantastic together. I could watch like whole episodes of them just going around and just on adventures. But that scene where the Hound gets attacked by those guys in the town, before that actually, the guy who was dying, that was really sad. And it showed a better side of the Hound. He didn't just walk up to the guy and slash his throat or something like that. He actually gave him a drink before he killed him and they talked to him. That was nice. When those two guys attacked the Hound, the first one, he just kind of snapped his neck by throwing him. But the other one, when Arya killed him, that just kinda, she's going to the dark side now, like with what the Hound's doing. He's clearly having an influence on her, because after she kills that guy, you can see her wiping the blade on that guy's dead body like the Hound did to the guy he stabbed just before in that scene. As much as she may not like the Hound, she is becoming more and more like him by the day, and I think that's really interesting. I really like that dynamic that's going on right now. And with Tyrion, we finally get to find out who is going to be his champion, and we get to find out who his champion is going to face first of all, and that's going to be the Mountain. And this is a different actor than the Mountain from season 1, and honestly, I don't remember anything the Mountain did in season 1 besides getting knocked off his horse from Loras. It's a different actor, so I'm glad they gave us a scene to get reacquainted with him and just show he is a giant man. Holy shit, he's so big. And he's just mowing down those poor people, I guess that's what they were, or something like that. He just killed a bunch of people, and just that guy, I don't know how Oberyn is gonna fight him. I have faith in Oberyn, but before I get to that, the scene with Jaime and Tyrion was really well done, and it's interesting that Tyrion's getting more and more pissy, and he keeps bringing up the fact that Jaime and Cersei have been having sex the whole time. And he's like, hey, watch out, I'm your only friend left in the world. And that's actually proven later on in the episode when Bronn was like, yeah, I'm not gonna help you because I like myself more than you. Which, in Bronn's character's defense, that makes sense, but still, I just feel like it's kind of a dick move. Because without Tyrion, Bronn would be nowhere near the heights that he is right now, you know, marrying that person, he's gonna have land. And without Bronn, Tyrion would be dead. So it's like a trade-off, it's a partnership, a friendship, but whatever. Moving on, Oberyn's scene with Tyrion was just fucking awesome. I really liked Oberyn's story about how they went to visit Tyrion when he was a baby and how he was just like this little baby there and they all hyped him up to be a monster. It's like, that's how everybody in the show makes him seem to be anyway, so that was a nice story. And now we know that Oberyn is going to fight the Mountain, I assume in the next episode, which is 2 weeks from now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next weekend. That is going to be an amazing fight scene. Oberyn, he better destroy the Mountain. I mean, I don't know how he's gonna do it, but it better happen. And at the Eyrie, we had some interesting twists and turns tonight. Sansa was making her little snow fortress, and by the way, in that scene, like, it was a great scene, and it was weird how Baelish just kind of kissed her, but the whole scenery and, like, the set in that scene was just amazing. It was so detailed with the snow all over all the trees and everything. It just looked amazing. But back to the point, Baelish is kind of just seeing Sansa as a smaller, younger cat now, and that's gonna be an odd dynamic to have to watch play out, but Liza sees it and she's fucking insane, so she tries to throw Sansa out the window, sort of, and then Baelish pushes her out of the window, and that was, this guy is by far the most dangerous person in the entire show, and that's because no one really knows what he's doing. Like, he's obviously not gonna get blamed for this. It's gonna be like, oh, she fell out of the window, and oh, she might have died by accident, sorry, and he's gonna become the Lord of the Eyrie now, and that's gonna... He has so much power now compared to when we started in the show. He was just kind of at the brothels and he was Lord of Coin. Now he is the Lord of the Eyrie, and it's just... He's gonna keep building and building and building, and I can easily see him taking the throne at some point in the show. Oh yeah, and there was that scene with Brienne and Pod and Hot Bread. That was a good scene. It was fun. I just went from the most intense scene in the episode to just a little funny throwaway. Whatever. I just wanted to touch on that as well. So, what did you guys think of this episode of Game of Thrones? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What was your favorite moment from this episode? Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there. Because if you don't, I'll push you out of the window and I'll make you fly.